A letter to my younger selves. In the later years of life, when the rhythm of living has slowed and the noise of the world no longer has the power to sweep us away, we begin to talk more often with ourselves. Sitting on the porch on a quiet afternoon, I suddenly feel the urge to write a few lines to the past, like a letter that will never receive a reply. It is the confession of someone who has nearly reached the end of the journey, writing to their younger self in the days of youth. Not to blame old choices, nor to boast about what has been achieved, but simply to say the things that were once missed when we were too young to listen. Time teaches us that in our youth, we tend to live in haste, thinking too much about the future and forgetting the present. Only when our hair begins to turn gray do we realize the value of the smallest things: a warm, complete meal, a familiar laugh, or a day that passes in peace. This letter, therefore, carries gentleness, compassion, and very human regrets. It is a belated reminder that life does not need to be perfect. It only needs to be lived honestly in each passing moment. To my 20-year-old self, the age when the heart is always burning and the feet are eager to run as fast as possible. Back then, you believed life was a race, that whoever reached the finish line first would be the winner. You were afraid of being left behind, afraid of not being good enough, not special enough in a world that felt far too vast. I want to hold you now and say, slow down. You don't need to rush so much. Everyone has their own pace, and being slow does not mean being inferior. At 20, you were easily confused at crossroads, quick to doubt yourself whenever you stumbled. But getting lost is also part of growing up. Some mistakes may seem enormous at the time, yet looking back, they are often the ones that teach us the most valuable lessons. Do not be afraid of failure. No one grows up without falling. What is truly frightening is never daring to try. I also hope you love with all your heart. Even if some relationships end in tears, they are still worth it. Those wounds will teach you how to cherish, how to forgive, and how to love properly. Do not close your heart just because you fear pain, for in avoiding love, you also lose the most beautiful things youth has to offer. And please, do not forget your family. When you are young, you often think there is plenty of time, that you can come back later, that tomorrow is always waiting. But some moments will never return. A simple meal together, a casual word of concern, can turn out to be the most precious things of all. Above all, live as yourself. Do not bend and twist to fit into other people's expectations. When you are busy pleasing the whole world, you slowly forget what you truly want. Your 20s do not need to be perfect, only sincere and brave enough to follow your heart. To my 30-year-old self, the age when you are no longer young enough to dream freely, yet not old enough to stop worrying. This is the time when you begin to feel the weight of life on your shoulders. Work is no longer just passion, but responsibility. Money is no longer a vague concept, but a constant concern. You rush between different roles, trying to fulfill the duties of adulthood, sometimes forgetting to listen to yourself. I want to tell you this. Do not trade your health and inner peace for things that only seem important. Sleepless nights, rushed meals, and endless stress will eventually leave their marks. Success means little if you no longer have the strength to enjoy it. Learn to stop at the right moment and allow yourself to rest without guilt. Your 30s are also when comparison becomes a trap. Seeing others more stable, wealthier, happier, you begin to wonder if you are on the wrong path. But remember, every life is a separate story, with no single standard for all. What matters is moving forward in your own way, not living through other people's eyes. I hope you learn to say no to relationships that exhaust you, to expectations that do not belong to you. This is not selfishness. It is self-protection. When you find balance between responsibility and inner peace, you will realize that happiness is sometimes very simple. A quiet evening, a full night's sleep, and a heart that no longer feels heavy. To my 40-year-old self, the age when you begin to look back at the road you have traveled, filled with mixed emotions. This is no longer a time of constant forward motion, but a moment to ask, how have I lived? What have I kept? And what have I lost? Perhaps by now you realize that not every dream from the past has come true. Some plans remain unfinished, Some opportunities have passed, and some choices have haunted you for a long time. I want you not to let unfulfilled dreams turn into bitterness. Life is not a checklist of achievements to measure right and wrong, success and failure. The value of a life lies not in where you stand, but in how you live through the years. The experiences, the lessons, and the relationships that remain with you are what truly matter. Your 40s are also the time to learn forgiveness, not only for others, but for yourself. Forgive the decisions that made you stumble, the moments of weakness, the times you were not brave enough. Carrying self-blame for too long only makes your heart heavier, while the road ahead requires lightness to continue. Allow yourself to slow down. Listen more closely to your body, to your emotions. Spend time with those who truly matter, with conversations that have no purpose, with simple joys you once overlooked. At 40, you no longer need to prove anything. Just live deeply, live honestly, and cherish every peaceful day you have with the people you love. In the later years of life, when competition has faded into the distance, I learned to smile at my own journey. Looking back, there are things that once caused regret, choices that might have been different if I had another chance. But in the end, I no longer blame myself. Every decision, right or wrong, was made with all the understanding and emotion I had at the time. I am grateful for the years I lived wholeheartedly, loved sincerely, and bravely endured hardship. The losses and regrets have shaped who I am today, calmer, more compassionate. At the final stretch of the journey, I ask for nothing grand. I only hope for inner peace, for each day to pass lightly. And if I could say one thing to life, it would be this. Though imperfect, I have never regretted living fully with everything I had.